Hello, I am Solina, and this is my 30-day challenge. This is the 10th day of my 30-day challenge. Wow, it's been 10 days of me telling you what I've done. So yesterday, because I've started just doing these in the morning because it's easier. This might be a very quick one, I don't know. I don't feel too well, I've been sick pretty much this whole morning. So, yesterday, I we I and we I woke up, no one was here, so I worked on my operating system and got the users implemented fully, which is nice. I changed, however, because the original design had the users at the bottom of the screen, like right here, and I changed it so they're like up here now. Primary reason is because if it was ever to go on tablets or any touchscreen device and you want to use a keyboard, you don't want to use a keyboard and have to type up here. You want it to be kind of like where a keyboard's regularly at. So I took the users that would take up that space and moved them up. So you could still click users and all that with the keyboard on the screen. That design was not bad. I'm basically most likely going to implement the actual login box, and I'm going to implement all the users' different things. Actually, no. I'm going to implement the border thing around the users to tell you if it's locked or active or whatever, or at least the active one, and get that working right. And then I'll transfer over to the actual box. That box is going to be about a 4-day of development. So, actually, it's going to be most likely 4 days, because I have to design the actual box itself, and then I have to design what the content in the box will do at certain times. So, all that's up ahead and going smoothly. I found out I can't post the actual stuff online, so I could do a video, or I could wait until I get back to college and give people special access to do the demos. Then we ate breakfast, which was just good. We had pancakes and hash, which was a nice little thing. I haven't had nice breakfast in a long time. College, man, college food, I have to do a video one day on it. It's so different than... Yep. But other than that, so... After that, we hung around here. I worked more on the operating system. Then we went out to do stuff, and that's where I get into the idea of what I feel like is most likely going to be around how my house is going to look in the future. Is downtown those buildings with buildings. And at the bottom there's a business, and then at the top, most of the time 2 stories, there's like a house or offices or whatever. And I feel like I'm gonna live in something like that. Like I'm gonna run a business below, but I'm gonna live in the second and third floor. And I thought about that, and I feel like that's true, but I also feel like I'm not gonna live downtown. I don't like the idea of living downtown. I don't like the idea where I have to, like... I mean, I understand you have to pull in the back, but... I don't know. It feels weird when I think about stuff like that. I don't know. So we went downtown. We went to Mennonite stores, which if you don't know, go something I actually can talk about. If you don't know, Mennonites and Amish are like the same thing, except there's two rather big differences. Okay, um, the Amish will not deal with English people. Well, when I say English, I'm not saying British. I'm not saying people who speak English. I'm saying more of the technologically influenced Americans. Um, and I don't really know why they don't, but that is what they don't. So when you see like Amish furniture and Amish stores, most of the time, not always, most of the time it's a Mennonite store. Now Mennonites are like the Amish, but they have some differences. They don't accept technology like or I'm assuming we accept technology, because they won't accept an iPad or an iPhone, but they will drive cars. Now, there are regulations on what type of car and what color the car is regulated, but they will drive them. Now, the main thing I wanted to talk about this is they are most likely, if you ever go to an Amish store, they are most likely either the makers of the stuff. They are definitely most likely the shopkeepers and workers. If they're not the makers, then it might be Amish made, but it's Amish made sold to the Mennonites who are selling it to us. So there's a little playback around there. So be careful when you see something like Amish made and understand what that could mean. Because if you think of it in a business aspect, first it's handmade, so that's a price up right there. Second, if it's Amish and then sold to the Mennonites and then sold to you, that's three people it went through before it got to you. Which, if you know business, your line of distribution should be as little as possible to get the best price. So, if these are my headphones and this is my mouse, if I made something and sold it to my headphones for $10, well, my headphones want to get a price up. They want to get a profit, so they sell it to my mouse for $20. And then if my mouse wants to sell it back to me because I'm a customer now, he wants money also. So he's most likely going to sell it for $40. And that's a lot for a $10 object, just because it had to travel through certain lines, has gained 30% increase. That's incredibly expensive. And actually, it's very business-like. Many businesses do this. They'll put in as many middle industries or businesses to make sure that when it's finally sold to the customer, it's making the highest profit it could make. And we buy stuff that way. We go, hey, it says it's such and such amount. We don't question it. We just buy it. Now, there are a few things that are expensive already. It's naturally expensive. Don't expect it to change, but there's a lot of things that could easily be less if the distribution line was smaller. But I'm sick. I'm tired. Good morning, everyone. Have a good day. Uh-oh.